Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now this one's a little bit different. Example 4. Calculate the equation of a line given 2 points on a line. So no longer are we going to give you a slope. Okay, so we don't know the slope. But we give you 2 points on the line. Those 2 points on the line that I'm going to give you, let's say I give you this one, so it's going to be 4, 5. And let's say I'm going to give you this one, which is going to be 12, 3. Okay? So I give you 2 points. Let's even give them names, A and B. When the question does this, when they give you 2 points a line, you got 2 things you need to do. You need to calculate the slope. Now to calculate slope, let's remember from grade 9, slope is rise over run, which means that it's going to be the difference in the y values, y2 minus y1, over x2 minus x1. Now that's something that we learned in grade 9. We have to remember it now. So it's the change in the y's this way, that's your rise, and it's the change in your x's this way, that's your run. So let's see how this works in this case. If I do rise over run here, I'm going to make my triangle go this way. So what's happening here is my run is going from 4 to 12. And my rise is going from 5 to 3. So this is my rise, this is my run. So if I pick one of my points to be 0.1 and pick another one of my points to be 0.2, if I choose this to be 0.1, then this would be x1, y1. And if I choose this to be 0.2, this will be x2, y2, meaning it's just my second point. So for my rise, I'm going to go from y2, which is 3, and I'm going to subtract y1, which is 5. And for my run, I'm going to go x2, which is 12, subtract x1, which is 4. Notice what that'll give me. If I do 12 minus 4, I'm going to get 8, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 units here. And if I do 3 minus 5, I'll get minus 2, which is 5, 1, 2. So it's a run of negative 2. So this gives us a slope of negative 2 over 8. That will reduce to negative 1 over 4, which simply means that I could have gotten the same rate triangle if I had gone over 4, so from this point, 1, 2, 3, 4, and down 1. So that rate triangle is the same slope as that rate triangle. It just means that I didn't have to go over 8 to go down 2. I could have gone over 4 and gone down 1. And please remember that this is your rise up and down. This is your run. That's your horizontal, left and right. Now, let's say, for example, you wanted to choose these 2 points differently. Let's say, for example, that you wanted, here's an example. Let's say I gave you 2 points. Point 1 we'll call 4, 5 again. And point 2 we'll call 12, 3 again. But in this case, we want this to be 0.2 and this to be 0.1. So someone decides to call this 0.1 and this 0.2. That's fine. This will be x2, this will be y2. This will be x1, that'll be y1. So for our slope formula, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, let's think about why that is for a minute. For your rise, it's the change in the y value, that's the rise. And for your run, that's the change in your x values. So in this case, it would be 5, y2, minus y1, which is 3, and it would be x2, which is 4, minus 12. That'll give you an answer of 2 over negative 8. This negative can be put in the top, and it can be reduced, which is the same answer that we got before. So in other words, it doesn't matter if I take my slope from this point going to this point, or it doesn't matter if I take it from this point going back to that point. This rate triangle is still the same. It gives us the same slope. Okay, so we've determined the slope. Excellent. Now we have to find the b value. So we can substitute any of the 2 points that were given to get us our b value. So this is now at the point of the previous question. We now know that the slope is 1 over 4. We now know that the equation of any line is given by y equals negative 1 over 4x plus b. We must determine b. Did they give us the y-intercept? No. Could we see it over here on the graph? Perhaps, but let's pretend we can't. Let's calculate it by using one of the 2 points that I gave us. So using, let's choose 4, 5. We're going to put 5 in for y, 4 in for x, and then solve for b, just like the last example. So it's 5 equals, now this is negative 1 over 4 times 4 over 1 plus b. Top times top, bottom times bottom. 4 divided by 4 is 1. Your b value is 6. Notice that's the same as what we could have read off the graph. So that means that our final answer, we substitute in our slope that we found, and we substitute in the b value. Oh, that's a 6. And we're good to go. That's our final answer. All right, I'll stop there and do the last page with you.